Hi, my name is Melyssa from NYC, and today we are here with Sarah, and she is the designer of Sada by Sarah.
Hi.
It's a lingerie collection.
We'll start with Sada. So it's actually way simpler than a lot of people think. It's actually just the first 2 letters of my first name, the first 2 letters of my last name, because my name is Sarah Dawson. And I came up with that when I was about 12 years old, when I first discovered that I wanted to do fashion design, and I just came up with the name. And for whatever reason, it stuck. It became a second name for myself. So I was just okay, I'll keep it. And originally, it was just always Sada Fashions. That's what I used to say all the time. Because when I first started, I was doing a little bit of everything. I was doing evening gowns. I was doing urban wear. I was just experimenting and trying to find my place inside of this fashion industry that I knew I really wanted to be in. And honestly, it wasn't until my last 2 years of college that I discovered that I wanted to do lingerie, because it just flowed so naturally. We had a fashion art class, and we would do different collections. FIT is great because they teach you a little bit of everything. And when it came to the intimate apparel collection, it was the most fluid collection I've ever designed in my life. It was actually inspired by the Phoenix Runaway film by Kanye.
Oh, wow. Yes.
That film was very
classic.
It was visually pleasing. It was the colors were just so strong, and the costume was beautiful,
Innovative.
Yes, and it just spoke to me, and that was my inspiration. And when I designed the collection, I was completely in love with it. And then I started to backtrack, and I realized so many of my pieces looked like it was leading up to me being into intimate apparel, because everything that I did was always very frou-frou, very sexy, and it made people feel confident with my pieces, and I feel like that goes hand in hand with lingerie. So that's kind of how I fell into it, and I've just been addicted since. Yes, you know how it is in the U.S. Lingerie, intimate apparel is very taboo.
It's weird.
Nobody talks about it. It's the weirdest thing. Versus in Europe, you have your matching sets for when you first get your bra. You're already getting matching lace and stuff like that. It's not how it is here. Here it's immediately associated with sex, and I think that's where the confusion is. It's not just about that. It's about embracing your feminine side and being comfortable and what makes you feel pretty. It's about you first. And I just want to help spread that information through my work. I'm all about women feeling confident and just embracing their superpowers and all that stuff. So I feel like I'm able to do that through my brand. And
your brand goal, I saw that, is just to make women feel confident.
Yes.
And to make women feel inspired and sexy, And I think that's something that's really important with lingerie. Like you said, it doesn't always have to be associated with sex. it can just be something that's sexy and fun,
Exactly.
Corsets are considered lingerie, and that to me, I feel like it can be a part of an outfit.
Yeah,
it can be an essential piece of the
best thing about this new day and age for women is you can wear your pieces outside, which me and a lot of my best friends have been doing for years, which is now we feel even more comfortable doing it because people are embracing it a little bit more. It's no, it doesn't mean I'm walking outside half naked all the time, but I can mix it in, and I feel even more sexy and confident than I did without it. So I think it's really dope that it's a little bit more acceptable now. It's still a work in progress. You know?
I think we're getting there. Yeah, slowly.
And I definitely feel a lot of these other new brands that have come out in the past couple of years have helped with that. I honestly think that the Savage line really, really helped with women getting more comfortable with lingerie. It created a whole different vibe around it, and it's just about the girls loving what they're wearing. And that's what it needs to be about. And I love their campaign because of that. That's all you get from it. It's just oh, I bought this because I love it and it made me feel good. It doesn't have to do with anybody else. Nothing you can't wear for anybody else. We all do it. I do it. I'm not going to sit here and be fake.
Me too. Me too.
I love doing that too. But that's just not the only thing that I'm doing it for. So I'm just trying to spread the word.
Exactly. I mean, speaking of Savage Fenty, I would assume, is that a brand that has inspired you with your line? or any like fashion brands or even like fashion style icons that have inspired you?
Well, Rihanna, in a
I
whole,
mean, she is
obviously, like you cannot deny that she is the bomb.
She
And
is the mom.
she's just like, she is the definition of confidence.
Yes.
And being unapologetic and all that stuff. I really, really like admire that about her specifically. And then like even women that are just able to be like fun and confident with their styling. Like I love how Janelle Monáe dresses. Like she's just another one that's just like, I'm gonna do whatever I want, but whatever I want always looks good when she does it. Some people, you know, of course that can go a little crazy. But I feel like girls that are able to do it perfectly, Chloe and Hailey from their pieces, their red carpet pieces are amazing. It's just icons like that, Black women inspire me.
As they should.
That's my style icon. Beautiful, Black, confident women. Yeah, I'm constantly looking for new bloggers and, you know, stylists and stuff on Instagram that just will be a constant inspiration. If I'm on there scrolling and, you know, procrastinating, I want to procrastinate with kind of like, you know, benefit from it. So if I could scroll and see people that actually inspire me on Instagram, you know, I tend to.
Yeah, Instagram is like such a great, it's like a mood board.
Oh my God.
And I just feel like that's everyone's inspirational piece. So how do you feel as a Black designer, especially as a Black woman designer, and the time that we're living in, especially with the recent, you know, controversies and backlash with like, you know, Prada and Gucci, you know, with, you know, them just kind of influencing racism through their products, you know, like, how do you feel? Because I feel like there's been a boycott as well.
Yes.
So,
I think, well, either way, people should have been supporting Black businesses. You know, we shouldn't have to wait for somebody else to look bad in order to start supporting our own people. But I just feel like they just need to be more careful with it. Like, it shouldn't have gotten that far. If somebody on your team should have stopped and said, like, this is wrong, you know, it shouldn't make it to the stores. It shouldn't make it to the final collection. Like, at some point, you need to reestablish your team if these are things that are coming out and you guys are letting it get this far. You know, these brands, you know, I'm not gonna like shoot them down because they've done amazing things. You know what I mean? They've been inspiring. I just feel like, you know, you can't discredit the whole brand because a few people messed up or whatever and stuff like that. I do think that sometimes you just gotta reevaluate who's on your team and what's the purpose behind your brand. If this is like, you know, deep rooted, this is what your brand's been about the whole time. It's just coming to light. That's a whole different conversation. But I try to think positively of people and just hope that it was a really big slip up with some bad employment choices that they've made, you know, in the past couple of years or something. You know, it happens, and you know, what I would like us as, you know, a Black community to do is definitely already support our local businesses and everything like that. Don't discredit them, and, you know, just see them in the same light that you saw, you know, the Gucci's and the Pradas and the Chanels. Like, you should have us on that same level in your mindset and be willing to pay for the product and everything like that, because that's a whole other conversation. Last year, I did a goal of supporting 100 Black businesses. I didn't make it. I got around to like 60 something. And it's because everything was expensive, but I'm not mad at them being expensive. I feel like the products are good. I just wasn't ready for it, you know? But it didn't make me want to say like, can you give me a discount? I just want to make more money so I can support you guys. And I want my, you know, clients, future clients, whatever, clients for other businesses to keep that same mindset. Like, don't try and downgrade, you know, these Black businesses by saying that they're too expensive and, you know, I can just go get that from H&M for $2 or whatever. It's like, it's not the same thing. Like, you have to look at the big picture and work to make some more money, you know, do better for yourself so you can support these brands. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but I'm hopeful with the Black community. I think that when we put our minds to something, we make major moves. Like, I feel like we surprise ourselves when we realize how powerful we are. We are a mass of inspiring, creative people. We set the tone for everybody. Everybody looks at us. I look at these trend reports. they're looking at black people all the time.
Are.
They
are.
Streetwear, urban wear. They're just going down the street.
Let's take another conversation.
Like, come on, like, we're so influential. We just need to be more aware of it. You know, like,
we're so branded. We don't even realize it.
Like, we are powerful, and we don't know it yet, but we're slowly learning it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be told sometimes that you're powerful. You might not realize it right away. Sometimes you just gotta get told, and you'll start owning into it and realizing how effective you can be.
But thank you so much, Sarah. It was such a pleasure talking to you today and telling us about Sada. Where can we follow you on Instagram?
On Instagram, you can follow my page, Sada by Sarah, or you can also follow my personal page at Sada Fashions. And then you can go on my website to see the newest pieces, sadabysarah.com.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you.